Okay, so Lydia, explain what's going on right now.
We're doing a house hunt, and there are so many houses that we are looking at, and they all have addresses, and it's really confusing to keep track of. So we have made a spreadsheet.
Yes, because we are that extra. No, it's actually, we have a lot of showings.
And it's an existing spreadsheet that I've changed the status of, like, done assignment is now going to be, yes, we're buying the house. And we're going from assignment tracker to housing. Enter.
House hunting makes me thirsty, and Paris doesn't have any cups.
So this video, as you can see from the title, is the house hunt. If you don't live in Hamilton, you have to find a house for second year because you can't really live on residence again. So that's what we're doing. We're on our way to our first house, like, viewing, showing as a group. Housing groups were a little confusing, but now we have like a set group of 5 of us. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Steph. I'm in first year. I'm actually the only music student of the bunch.
Yeah, as you'll see, the rest of us are all engineers. Yes. So Steph is very brave living with us. Madison.
Hi,
You've already been on.
And my name is Lydia, and I'm in Eng 1 too.
And Ariel is not here with us because she has class, so we're gonna go see this house, and then we will let you know how that goes. Maybe we'll film a few clips. I don't know if that's allowed.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, probably is. So I'll insert a few clips of this house. This one is quite close to campus. It's really nice, but it's really expensive. Testing the sinks because you gotta do that.
Waiting for it to warm up. Okay, it's getting warm.
Okay. We're currently waiting for Ariel to respond.
Just responded.
She's in class. So basically, we really like this house. So it's kind of like, if we're gonna take it, we have to take it now. It's kind of stressful. Yeah.
She's been spending the most time with us.
Yes. 3:30, I think. I'm gonna head back. Okay. We just came out of the showing.
Yes, we did.
We really like the house, and so we're putting a deposit down tonight. And we saw, as you saw in the clip, we wrote like a little note that says if we decide that we wanted to change our mind by Saturday, I don't know what time, I think 11 or something, we would tell them we'd get our deposit back. We did this because we're seeing other houses on Saturday, so we want to make sure.
We can make our decision after we've seen all the options.
Yeah, so this one just, it had a lot of pros. There were some cons, but I think we're never going to find something that's like perfect.
It's good enough.
Yeah, it's good enough.
But we want to see if we can find something better.
Yeah. So I'm heading back to class right now. I have class in like literally 5 minutes, so I'm definitely going to be late. But yeah, that was potentially our future house. So it's currently the second day, and we just saw our second house. So we've seen 2 as like a group. Some of us have seen more than 2. And then we have 2 other.
I think that's my favorite color, that egg yolk color.
Lydia likes the walls of the kitchen. Yeah, we have 2 more showings on Saturday, and then we have to decide by Saturday.
A room no one's willing to live in.
Okay, we are heading to our second, no, this is our 3rd showing, and this one is a lot closer than the one last night. So hopefully the inside's nice too. The loft. Oh my gosh, that's sick.
This is a really nice view.
This one's really nice. What's the view? This is literally paper. Where are the curtains? It does not bother. Wow. Okay, so we are heading to our what house number is this? 4. Our 4th showing, and basically we were just at Subway, and we were discussing our criteria. So
This is our deal breaker criteria.
Do you want to explain the method? So Lydia came up with this really good method of deciding.
So everyone gets one deal breaker criteria, and then when they go through the house, they get to determine if the house is a yes or no as to whether it meets the criteria or not. And if it's a no, then the house is off the list to act as a veto. And if it's a yes, then the house goes on like the okay list. Yeah. And then if there's multiple on the okay list, then we pick our favorite. But if there's only one, that's the house we go with.
Yeah. So we just came up with our criteria. Our 5 criteria are 15 minutes walk to JHE, which is John Hodgins, because there's 4 of us are engineers and we have classes around there.
Gathering space at the dining room table. And then we had a bedroom. And a decent sized bedroom for the 4th person in the house.
Yes.
And then
4 out of the 5 bedrooms have to be reasonable size according to Steph's standards.
Believe me, that's small.
And then lastly, but not least, is that a kitchen that 2 people can be cooking in at the same time.
Yeah, so you'll notice we pretty much have a constraint for each of these objectives. Constraints for each of these objectives.
Oh yes, it's metrics, it's metrics.
Metrics?
No, metric is a way of measuring.
No, yeah.
Constraints and objectives.
Yeah, we have constraints for all of these objectives. So that was probably a constraint matches an objective, isn't it?
No.
Constraint is something that's a deal breaker.
A constraint is the same category as an objective, but a metric is a way of measuring.
But remember when we were doing the tree, you had like objective tree and then the end was constraint that corresponded.
No, but not everything has to lead to a constraint. Like one of the objectives, like they're the same category. So it can either be like
Yeah, exactly.
a constraint would be
Objective is what you want.
Yeah,
But constraint is something you have to have. Like it can't
It's a
function
defining.
without it. Yeah. It's like it is a deal breaker. Constraint is like if it doesn't have this or doesn't meet this criteria, it's like not okay. But objective is stuff like you want. This are
both of these define your function.
Super interesting segment.
Okay, so basically this is Eng 1PO3. If you're coming to math next year, we just gave you like a summary of the whole course.
See how it could be better? It doesn't have a water leak.
Yeah, that's
Okay, but that's like a minor, like I don't think it's affecting them.
Yeah.
And the landlord, it's like, we'll fix it.
But they haven't fixed it yet, and they're gonna be living with that for another 4 months.
But it's because it's winter time. So at the moment, like in terms of the water damage, because it's freezing, it's not like a priority concern.
Yeah. The one we just saw
Meets everyone's requirements.
It meets everybody's
I do not
requirements.
really like it, but I meant the requirements.
Okay, it met the requirements. So we're seeing one more. Yay! It's not too low for me.
There's a little kitchen down here.
Oh wow.
Because it's like a separate unit for her, I think.
Oh
Like
wait,
we
so we
would
wouldn't
get-
get to use
no.
this?
No, would we have access? She's asking access. Well, okay.
Oh my goodness. I'm not. Update, we're going to get our government issued ID and we're going to the guy to look at the lease and then probably sign on the spot if there's nothing like too weird on the lease.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. Okay, let's go. So I got this donut and we're just discussing which one we like the best. We're writing down questions. We're looking at one lease right now. I'm not going to say which lease. You'll have to find out. Nobody would pay for it if it was high.
I mean, they wouldn't know. I'm not saying I would ever do that.
We have a lease. I'm not going to say which house it was. You guys are going to have to watch a video that's going to come out in like May after we move in to see the full house. Maybe later.
House
like
tour.
A full house tour. The first one we went to.
Pros.
It was an amazing location.
Yes.
I'd say that's one of the biggest pros.
Yeah, super close. So our criteria was like close to JHE. That was a 10-minute walk to JHE. So it was really good.
It was really close to grocery stores, which is super convenient when we'll be doing all our own cooking and baking and everything.
And it was bright and like all the rooms were pretty decent.
Yeah, it was like good condition.
The kitchen had lots of workspace.
But the common space was.
Yeah, so con would be the common space. Did not really have a lot of room.
There was one room that
And no backyard.
Yes.
Okay, second house.
So for that one, pros would be.
This was one I really liked.
It's a really nice
This was
house.
the one that Steph really liked. I liked it, but the location I hated.
Yeah, it was farther away.
It had a beautiful backyard and like was really redone, and it had really nice wood floors. And the landlords, turns out we have connections with. So
totally
yeah,
didn't realize.
yeah. Like I used to, they went to the same camp as me and one of our roommates. And then I also went to the same church with them as them a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So, and like they know my old youth pastor and they know my parents. So
Small world.
yes.
Yeah. That was a pro.
Lovely people.
Yes, they're very nice landlords. I mean, it's just like a nice house overall. Like if
Yeah,
you guys
the
take
kitchen.
that house
Yeah,
and
the
move
kitchen
it.
was really nice.
Yeah, the kitchen was good. It was very spacious. If you take the house and move it to a closer location.
If we could have like transported
Yes,
like the
transport
house,
the house.
we probably would have picked it.
Yeah, because like everything else about it was good. Their house this morning.
It was not in very good condition. That
Yeah,
would be a con.
definitely. It had one room that was super nice. Like you guys saw, it had a loft bed, which was so cool.
Super cool. That would have been like such a cool hangout place.
Yeah. That was the only like nice thing about the house.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really
there were
gross.
like holes in between the hardwood floors, and there was a lot of like peeling paint, and like the floor was not solid in some places.
A lot of repairs would have had to be done.
But the landlord like didn't want me to repair.
But he said he had done repairs, so like this is just like the like this is the
Yeah, there's
level of
duct-
repairs being done.
There was duct tape holding stuff.
Yeah, there were spiders in the basement. The stairs were like
There
it was-
weren't
the carpet
railings
was like
and-
really not great.
It wasn't sturdy.
Yeah. So that was that house. We immediately were like, no.
That was pretty clean consensus.
Yeah, technically it fit all our criteria actually.
Yes,
But
but just overall vibes didn't pass the vibe check.
yeah, that was the sixth check. Six criteria, the vibes. The next house, Lydia actually, we didn't have it planned for until 30 minutes before.
Yes.
But Lydia
Yeah.
just kind of.
Yeah, so like I saw, I was like, we're going house shopping, may as well double check to see if there's any other houses we can view today. And I found one, and we went and saw it.
But this one didn't have pictures on the app.
Yeah,
So it was kind of just like, oh, we'll go see it. If not, whatever.
yeah. And very funny coincidence. We we entered the house, and one of the tenants is there, and immediately I recognized him because he was my red suit leader for Welcome Week.
Yeah, and I already knew him too because I had talked to him about doing a concurrent degree because he's doing that as well. When we walked in, it was like, okay, this is like
The living space.
So we walked in, trying not to trip over shoes.
there were a lot of shoes, but
Yeah,
right
but that's
away.
like us five
Every
of us
single
plus the landlord,
house.
plus all the people living there, right?
Yeah.
So first pro, right away, you can see that there was like a giant common space.
That common space was one of the best. You know, okay, it was equal to not
it
as it was nicer, but yeah.
But this
It
one
was really
bigger.
nice.
I liked
Yeah, it was
the
bigger.
layout more.
In terms of flow, it works better
Yes.
within the house.
The layout of the house was really nice.
Cool.
And then one of the cons of the house is that the kitchen was a little like
Small.
Yeah.
it was small and it was kind of crowded. Like
It was covered by the fridge.
yeah,
Well,
like the fridge really took up a lot of space that could have been used for other things. So the organization layout in the kitchen was not well thought through at all.
Yeah.
And also they have like a leak in the roof of the kitchen.
Like major water
damage.
leak.
But the landlord said that he would fix it if we were to sign that lease. So that was a con.
Other pros.
Pros, like all the bedrooms were nice. Like
Yeah,
there
it was
wasn't,
a good size.
yeah, there wasn't a single room that like nobody wanted.
Yeah.
Which was good.
That would be great.
Oh, there was another like water damage in the basement.
Yeah, the basement was a little, like the main spot was a little bit more dingy, but like.
It was the furnace room.
Yeah, the fridge
It's okay. Yeah, and it was just a little awkward because you have to go through it to get to some of the bedrooms.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it
The
was,
bedrooms themselves were nice.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
basement.
For
it was
basement
really
rooms,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah. And it has a good location as well.
Yes, good looking.
And final house was like a brick house.
It was very cheap.
The last one we saw.
It was
So
very
cheap.
It was very cheap. Like
So cheap.
very like almost like
Are we less than prices?
The roommate, the
half of
landlord,
what we were thinking.
the landlord seemed like he didn't care. Like I asked about like little things, like there was a broken tile and like paint peeling. He's like, well, it's a student house, like that's what you expect.
Steph is signing the last part of our lease. How exciting.
Boom.
Done. And done. How do you feel about having a house now?
I'm so freaking happy.
Sorry you can't see her, but
I'm so freaking happy.
she's very happy. And how do you guys feel?
I'm very relieved, but it hasn't really set in.
Yeah, it's very surreal. I can't believe we have a house.
And Ariel,
How's it going on?
good. And thank you, Steph's mom, for coming with us.